I mean, I heard what Big Country said that like Frangie fought for Gibbs. Like Country was originally like Frangie's producer, and he fought for Gibbs.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
Be his producer. No, listen. I mean, I didn't know. I was on Miles. You don't know how long that show is until you sit in this chair. You just
listen. The drill's just as long, but it goes by like.
No, yeah. I feel
that show's long.
Frangie?
Yes.
I remember one time when you were doing the show. I think I was doing like right after. You didn't play closed music. Frangie was so hot. He was so hot.
That I didn't play the closed music.
He was so hot. He was looking at Carla. He was doing this. He was like. Oh. Oh my god. Then he came up to you and he was like, did he tell you to play the closed music? And you were like, no. He's like, no, it's it.
Sorry.
Hilarious.
God forbid the two listeners don't get to hear your correct fucking song.
That's how we end the show every
Yeah,
time.
what the hell? I like how they have that lady do the voiceovers, and she hasn't worked on that show in.
Well, she
3
said
years.
she was. I remember when I was interning, she was like, "Oh yeah, like
30 seconds.
I think she was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm coming back." Like she had told Tom, like, "Oh, I'm gonna be working like with 1010 again. I can't tell you how." Like, are we doing this in the future?
Oh, that didn't happen.
I'm not even thinking about that. Like,
What?
I thought nobody's worried. Nobody even knows who you guys are. So I didn't plug the thing up yet. Like then he was like, "You want to turn this on?" I'm like, "Dude, it's already on, bro." It's like,
Here we go.
Petty Friday is back 2 more times in 2020, and then it'll be a regular thing in 2021. It's like it's been so long that I've even forgot that we did Fridays at some point.
right. I definitely forgot. It was petty for me all day Friday, though. I mean, all day today, yeah.
I can't wait to hear
It
about
started off yesterday, but it's just the best place to be petty is social media. Sometimes when you get involved, it wasn't me. It wasn't me this time. It was some good friends, and they were getting into it with the beat writers. So,
Bro, Tallahassee is a soap opera.
it is, man. It's like when your team stinks
I've never heard anybody reference beat writers as much as Tallahassee.
because nobody has beat writers who think that they're more important in life, unlike Tallahassee.
Do you ever, JJ, do y'all ever talk about the beat writers in Miami?
Well, nobody knows who those guys are.
I'm not really big into the whole like what's going on Monday through Friday with college football stuff. I watch them on Saturday.
I know one guy from Miami, and I forgot his name, but I only know him because I did the Mark Rogers podcast with him, and that's when he's been extra vocal. Oh, Cam Underwood, he's been extra vocal since
Manny
they won.
Navarro, I know him.
But like, yeah, well, and then you had the one guy,
Athletic.
Perez. I think that's it.
Perez Hilton.
No, I don't think that's it. Maybe it's not Perez. He's like an agent now, the guy who did do it. But anyways, though, enough about
An Asian
that.
named Perez.
No, agent.
Oh, okay.
He's an agent, not an Asian named
like,
Perez.
damn,
He said
It
that's
could be.
badass.
There's
I
a,
need to
I
hear
know
that.
a
Jay said he's
red,
an Asian now.
I know an Asian redneck.
This one day,
He's just decided.
Bobby's an Asian redneck, and
like
he's
Mike
awesome.
going to Juan Carlo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stanton, we see you.
It's the Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. It's a great weekend for ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. As I said earlier with Rick, it looks like we're going to have games from all of the big three.
Mhm.
Excited about that somewhat. What time's the Florida State game?
4:00.
4 o'clock. What time's the Miami game?
3:30.
I've never had a 4:00 kick. Like I didn't even know those existed.
That's like Coastal Carolina kick time.
Right. Like the NFL, I get the 4. So the 4:05 and the 4:15.
4:25.
4:25. Yeah, but college of 4:00 kick. That seems disrespectful.
They don't put those on the big channels.
Yeah, I think we are on regional sports network.
Okay.
Look at y'all moving on up.
We're on
No,
ABC.
that just means ESPN3
What's
or,
the
or
bigger
Fox
game?
Sports Atlanta.
The bigger game tomorrow is Florida State in basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Sold out. Tickets $90 if you want to go to that game.
Well, how many are they letting in?
I think the Tuck only lets in like 10, if that, something like that.
They're letting 10,000 people into that game.
Tuck seats a lot. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of lying. I don't really know, but I assumed it would be like 10,000.
I'm gonna assume like the Tuck only seats about 14 or 15.
This seats. It's actually it's too big. That's one of the problems with
like
the
NBA
Tuck.
arenas are like 20, 22.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see how big the Tuck is. We can Google it.
I don't know. I mean, 3-0 Florida, 2-0 Florida State. We can't talk Florida State football, and we're not going to talk basketball either because neither one of us know anything about the teams.
I know we have an MJ and Scotty, and they're really, really good.
That's good.
Is that literally their name?
That'd be awesome.
One guy's name is Scotty Barnes. He's like one of the best players in the nation last year's recruiting. And MJ, I have no idea what MJ's real name is, but apparently he's pretty good.
Florida plays LSU at 7, so from 3:30 until 10 o'clock, you'll have some type of Big 3 football on. What was the last weekend they all three played? Because before Florida State started their cancel streak, Florida had one. And didn't Miami go a couple weeks without playing too?
What are you guys more proud of, the bowl streak or the COVID streak?
Oh, the bowl streak or the COVID streak?
I mean, the COVID streak did get you out the Clemson bowl.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, that was important. That was solid. Really, it depends on how you want to look at it.
Is the bowl streak still going on?
No.
Oh.
Both are very important streaks.
No, the bowl streak ended.
Did it?
With tag.
Yeah,
with tags first.
Damn.
So
Sorry to hear that.
What we had to do with the bowl streak was important because Bobby was one of those guys. He kept it up. This COVID streak is really just helped get Miguel out of a bad spot because he didn't want to take that it was going to be epic.
You know what's funny?
It was going to be epic.
You remember like 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago, we were like, oh my gosh, Mike Norvell needs to play a game. You think about everything that happened before.
Now we're like, he desperately needs to stop.
Now it's like, thank God that they didn't play that game.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was the narrative. And you know what I did? I bought into the narrative because I'll do this next year too. Because the way they're recruiting and some of this stuff has worked out, it's going to work out for them. We'll get a decent class. We'll get some decent transfers in because there's literally nowhere else to go. But that being said, like everybody was like, he can't recruit. We're not getting the grad transfers. We're not getting some of this stuff. And he made these choices and everything was, well, let's just wait till we see the X's and O's. You have to wait till you see what he puts on the field.
That's going to recruit itself.
It's going to recruit itself. They brought up things like Dan Mullen. They brought up, again, to who we kind of started to show off with. This is what the beat was telling us. I went out there, liked his energy, talked to him. Mike's a cool, very personable guy when you get on when you talk to him. Very hard to not like. The only person I think who's ever talked to him on the phone that didn't like him was Rick. But it wasn't so much that, it's just we're still all scratching our head about the hoodies and the earrings thing. I think if he could probably take that one back or walk it back a little bit, he might walk it back.
That seems like 10 years ago. It feels like Mike Norvell's been at Florida State. Like he's going into
Have you seen his hair? Have you seen his
white.
face? It looked, no, man, this job has aged him like the president.
Okay, let me ask you this. Whose energy went further down this year? Mike Norvell or Gardner Minshew?
Or I thought you were going to say Eddie O.
Eddie O still got that energy.
Does he?
It just ain't for football.
Yeah, it just Eddie O's chasing.
I mean, y'all heard Gardner Minshew on the Franchi show.
I did not.
Oh my!
I heard what you guys said. They said it was.
Give me one.
I'll say, but based upon what you guys told me, it's probably Minshew because Mike is still going out there giving us that energy. Kenny Dillingham is still telling us lies. It's good, solid coaching lies.
Going back to the top.
It's coaching lies though. It's not like a blatant one. It's like that. We went out here and we had our best week of practice. Like we've been drummed like 6 times, and every time on that Tuesday press conference, you know, those guys went out there, had their best week. I don't really need to hear. I want to know what the worst week of practice.
We won practice.
Yeah, so like
are they getting some leadership reps in Tallahassee?
Basically, but to their defense, it's energetic. That spirit hasn't broken, and I'm good with that. Like keep going out there and doing what you got to do. But from what y'all told me about what Gardner said,
yeah, I got some right here.
Oh, just listen to the tone.
So this is what the coaches need to see from him to play.
Ooh,
I don't know. I'm doing everything I can, being healthy, staying ready. I don't, necessarily control the reps of practice. So whatever they tell me to do, they say jump, I'll jump. So it's kind of a waiting game.
This is on his emotional ride.
mean, it's an emotional ride. I know you've been through a lot, bro. I know East Carolina and the JUCO and Washington State. We all know the ride. But we're all humans here. This has been an emotional ride for you up and down, and I get that. How you doing? How you holding up? How you managing it?
I'm good, man. I'm staying positive through it because just like you said, I've been through, similar situations. And I know for a fact that there wouldn't be a Washington State if I didn't go through the hardships of East Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact I wouldn't have got carried off the field on college game day against Oregon if I didn't get booed off the field at ECU when we were playing James Madison.
Mm-hmm.
So I know through all of this, there's some good is going to come up. I know I'm learning a lot right now. Absolutely humbling. Sucky year I wouldn't wish on anybody. But I know for a fact that we're all learning a lot.
That sounds like.
And,
it sounds like he has cancer.
It sounds like.
What the hell?
It sounds like me when I leave my therapist's office.
And Frank's your therapist.
It's like the
I know what
affirmation. Like
when I got booed in 1998, did I quit? No. When I had to smash my finger with a hammer to leave school, did I quit then? No.
When I was listening to the sportsden and heard that Ask JJ tell everybody how bad I was, did I pay attention?
By the way, the text line has not apologized for destroying me for that when I was right the whole time. I said that he wouldn't be the starter by the end of the year. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that part.
Oh, my God.
All I know is
I don't remember that part.
That was
what? That was in the whole rant about like how the season's going to go. It's going to go so bad for Minshew. It's going to go bad for the team. Da da da.
Y'all believe that they've lost 11 games in a row? Have y'all just really sat down and thought about that? Like, has that hit anybody else this week like it's hit me? 11 in a row.
Wait till it's 15.
It's not going to be though.
Still stuck on.
It's not going to be. We all know it's not going to be. We already know what's going to happen. The Jets are going to find a way to win a game, and that same exact day, the Jags are going to do the same freaking thing.
Bears game.
But what I'm saying is, though, was he really like? Are we sure that was Gardner? Like, because that was sad.
That's what I'm saying. Who's lost more energy?
Oh, that's definitely Gardner, man. That's terrible.
It sucks, man. There's no way around it. But like you said, these guys.
If they said
keep
jump.
fighting.
I'll do it. Where? How high?
Ooh. Hey, bro, have some pride, man.
Have some respect for yourself.
Man.
You're going to listen to Marone like that?
They tell me get up there and dance, man. I'm going to go up there and shake my ass.
I'll tell you one thing.
No, bro.
Gardner's going to be on the team next year. Marone won't. So you don't even worry about
Marone
this.
Marone will be a coach.
Not here.
Not here, but yeah, he'll be a.
You think Gardner's going to be here next year?
Gardner will be
here. Yeah.
I don't either.
He's so cheap.
I don't think he'll be here either. I think it'll be 2 brand new quarterbacks.
Ooh.
I mean, I think that's the frustrating thing, though, for me, is why Mike Glennon? What possibly is Mike Glennon going to do for this franchise long term? Hey, I mean, you love or hate Gardner Minshew. I mean, he should be out there. You should see what you've got.
Absolutely.
Jake Luton, we were talking about this last night off air. There's some of you jokers hitting us up on the text line 5 weeks ago talking about, well, we may have found our guy. We may not even have to draft a quarterback number 2.
Yeah, I still.
What's Jake doing now?
I still don't know what that is, man. That was the dumb. Yeah, that's stupid. There's a difference. Like, you can have. It's your right to have bad opinions, but like,
not on our text.
Yeah, not on my watch. Not on not around me though. So it's your God-given right to say whatever you want to say. When you call in this show, it's all right to tell you that you're stupid.
Hey,
especially on a Friday.
864 on the text line hit us up. Lifetime Enclosures text line said Norvell should dye his hair. He absolutely should not dye his hair,
not
right?
Now?
Like it's too late, right?
Yeah, it's too late. We already know. We've seen it. We know it. We know what it's about. We know what his hair is about. Plus, that would be like against like one of his rules or something. Have to be, right? Like, no earrings, no hoodies, no dye,
no hair dye. I saw a couple of interesting columns today, not about the Jags, but just in general about GMs that are available and coaches that could be available.
Okay.
And I saved.
When you say you saw a column, does that mean you read it or you just
I did.
You
I read
saw,
parts
okay.
of it. I looked at the names. Does anybody actually read the words?
Go down to the bullet point.
Right. I just read the names.
Bold.
Yeah. So I want to run through some of these names because a couple of them I had never even thought of. And then I want us to kind of set a direction that you guys want to see the Jags go in with the coach. Like, do we want somebody tried and true? Do we want to go the Rams / Cardinals / Green Bay / Cleveland type of way? Let's get to that coming up next.
Each play matters.
Start on the first play and give it everything you got on every snap.
But in every game, there's one play that matters most.
It's huge for all of us.
The Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game.
If you have to go SportsCenter on me, though.
Performance Painting. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Baloo here for Russ Forrest, State Farm, the #1 auto insurance company in America. Why not be with the #1 agent in America? That's where I go, russforrest.com. Now, at State Farm, they do the most auto and home policies of any company in America. Why not package it together? That's right, your auto and home insurance all in one policy. Superior service, product, and great rates. Visit russforrest.com. So again, for the very best in auto and home insurance, visit State Farm. That's russforrest.com.
Need your carpets and tiles looking great for the special holiday party? Give Zero Res a call. Zero Res technicians are cleaning freaks. Google it and read over 2,500 5-star reviews. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Hey, this is Sonny's Barbecue Pitmaster Shannon Snell, here with the Pitmaster Pro Tip for you. Know the difference in smoke. When using wood or charcoal, thick clouds of white smoke is bad. It has a lot of impurities that will give your food a really bitter taste. Put your food on there when the white smoke turns blue. Blue smoke is clean and produces a better tasting product. If this sounds like too much, come on into Sonny's Barbecue and we'll do all the work for you. Available for takeout or dining. Sonny's Barbecue.
You can't miss the unplanned, unexpected, unbelievable sale Diamonds Direct is having this weekend. All earrings are 25% off Friday through Sunday. Yes, it's a surprise flash sale on all earrings. Diamond studs, diamond hoops, colored gemstone earrings, gold earrings. Best prices ever. Take an extra 25% off Diamonds Direct's already unbeatable price. It's the perfect ready-to-wrap gift for the women in your life. All diamond studs are included. Special financing available too. A truly epic earring event this Friday through Sunday only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. That's where you need to go. If something is bothering you, maybe your foot or your ankle or your back, maybe your shoulder or knee, you need to go to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Stop limping around. Stop complaining about the pain. Go in there and get it fixed. I did it. You should do it as well. If you need physical therapy, that's the place you go right there, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. There's locations all over town, so there's going to be one near you. The best of the best doctors around. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Roof It Right. Head over to roofitRightFL.com and check out their warranties. Roof It Right offers the best warranties in the business, and they will be there to stand behind their work should you ever need to make a claim. Listen, folks, if trust is important, trust my friends at Roof It Right. You can schedule a free estimate today at roofitRightFL.com. That's roofitRightFL.com. See why your friends and neighbors say, Roof It Right, so you can sleep at night.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. We can take your company logo and put it on anything, from signage to face masks to shirts to windbreakers. Call us today.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
It's Sting! AEW Dynamite continues to deliver one shocking moment after another.
One winged angel, new champion.
On Wednesday, December 16th.
Unbelievable.
Will you be at Daly's Place Live when all the stars of AEW Dynamite look to end the year with a bang?
Oh my God!
See the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, the AEW Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks, the TNT Champion Darby Allin, Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, Dr. Britt Baker, the Demo God Chris Jericho with the Inner Circle, and Sting live and in person.
Sting is on AEW Dynamite.
Plus, you never know who might show up next.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Don't miss AEW Dynamite at Daly's Place. Physically distanced seating and various numbered seat pods under state and local regulations plus CDC guidelines will make your experience a safe and memorable one. Tickets are on sale now and start at $20. Go to AEWTix.com or Ticketmaster.com.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Haley Anderson, senior soccer player at Paxson. Haley is a member of the National Honor Society and is a senior class president. Haley has been accepted to attend Jacksonville University. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Peterbrook Chocolatier is your holiday gifting headquarters. Your favorite treats and chocolate-covered popcorn to custom gift baskets. There's something for everyone on your list. So shop early and often at your local Peterbrook.
Advance is helping you get your engine ready for the road this holiday season with the right oil, the right filter, at the right price every day. Get 5 quarts of full synthetic Mobil 1, Valvoline, Castrol Edge, or Pennzoil Platinum with the Mobil 1 oil filter for just $33.99. Plus, this holiday season, get a $25 NBA store gift card and 2 times Speed Perks points instantly with the purchase of 5 quarts of Mobil 1. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Oh, man, R.I.P.
Man, I'm just listening. I'm just reading this. 3-8. Y'all ready for this? Y'all bump the GM stuff for a second. You ready for a good text?
Sure. Always ready for that.
This is amazing. 386. I'm going to read the whole thing for you. Do you know what's so funny? You guys sit there and nobody mentions the Georgia Bulldogs. Nobody mentions Georgia with the 7th grade quarterback out of Blackshear, Georgia, 150 pounds soaking wet, was beating Alabama 24-20. At the half. Nobody mentions, hold on, because 386, you about to get it, my man. Nobody mentions that when Florida played them, the same 7th grade quarterback was playing with 5 defensive starters out, including perhaps the number 1 ranked defensive tackle, Jordan Davis, and the number 1 defensive back, Richard LeCount. You could hear the excitement in Denny's voice when he found out Richard LeCount almost got killed in a wreck. Never did he say, I hope he's all right. But with a healthy Georgia team and JT Daniels playing quarterback versus Missouri tomorrow, not one mention of it from the esteemed Ballou, who I just weigh in every day to hear him just because he's so awesome. I really believe he does not know what day it is. That being said, I want you to look me in the eye, and I'll come see you and tell that Cincinnati and Notre Dame can whatever. 386, you are an idiot, my man. First off, let's take this in order if you want. There's one person on this station who said Richard LeCount was the best player in college football, and you're listening to him scream at you right now. I've been saying that since before the season started, homie. So to say that I'm excited that he got in a wreck, bump you. And that's not what I really want to say.
Then he kicks kittens.
Like, you are, to even suggest that part, 386, you're a flipping tool, dude.
Dang it. Thought we got it.
No, you're not going to get me like that. But damn you, 386, you have no clue what you're talking about. Secondly, this is why nobody wants to mention you. There's always an excuse. You haven't won a natty since 1980, and now you're talking about, well, if we would have had this and this and we were beating Bama 24-20, well, what are you? Are you the kind of program that takes moral victories when you're winning at halftime? Like, is that what you are?
Is that what Georgia has reduced itself to?
Right. You can't have it both ways.
We were up against Bama. We should be cheered.
Thirdly,
I think this is a Gator fan trolling.
Thirdly, when you talk about having a 150-pound quarterback, whose fault is that? It ain't our fault. That's who your guy decided to start. JT was healthy after week 1. Your coach decided to play Stetson Bennett the 4th, and you want to make us feel sorry for you?
Florida's backup's going to win the Heisman.
You're crazy. You're absolutely. If JT Daniels played, Florida still would have whipped that ass.
Time out. Side note to your pettiness. I would absolutely let my son played for Herm Edwards at Arizona State.
You're going to take me off of this to talk about Herm freaking Edwards?
This is why.
Are you serious right now?
This is why. This is the reason why, because that level of pettiness was stupid. This level of pettiness is epic. He's up 35-0, and they just ran a double reverse pass.
You really just took me off of this Georgia thing to talk about Herm Edwards and Arizona.
In a double reverse pass, when you're up 35-0, but in the second quarter.
Now I'm almost as mad. I'm almost as mad at you as I am 386.
386 is nobody.
Don't nobody give a crap about Herm Edwards?
This is the guy who said he knows a lot about me because of something. And JJ gave him a text, and I told him, "F your opinion." I wish I could say it on air.
This is why nobody likes y'all, Georgia fans. We talked about y'all forever.
I honestly thought it was a Gator fan trolling, but then he just called in, and no, that guy's for real.
This is why nobody likes y'all.
He's mentally unhealthy.
Is he married to the Coastal Carolina person? Like
he doesn't let anybody in his house who's not a dog.
Talk about you
can
could hear the excitement in Denny's voice when he found out. I love Richard LeCount. I've known Richard LeCount since he was in high school. 386. You wouldn't know him if he came in and slapped you in the face.
This guy says, yeah, Denny.
Didn't even ask if he was going to be all right.
Denny Thompson was interviewed by Georgia Digest, by Bulldog Digest. It says, hey, did you hear about Richard LeCount's injury? Denny, with a chuckle and a sneer, says,
MFTK.
Yes, MFTK. Happy holidays. Christmas came early for the Florida Gators, baby.
So JT, so listen.
And I've been waiting. Baby.
Let's get this straight real quick. Let's get this straight. JT Daniels comes in, and he has this big game, and they beat Mississippi State by 7. Okay, by 7. Georgia fan translates that to mean, oh, if we would have had JT Daniels, we would have beaten Florida. Mississippi State sucks. This is where y'all are at. Like, are you 386? Are you well? Like, what is going on? Like, you took the time to write this whole 2-paragraph text into our text line where not one point is valid.
Probably with a droid.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Unbelievable. That is one of the 5 worst texts that we've ever gotten.
Easily.
Wow.
They're, what, number 7? Like, they're the most overrated team in America.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, what do you like? I have the utmost respect for Curbs.
I love Curbs.
He coached me. He was a GA at Florida State.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I like Kirby. I like Kirby.
But do you think he's a great coach?
I think he's a
You
good
think
coach.
he's a great recruiter?
I think he's a great recruiter.
He's a great CEO.
I don't know if he's a great coach.
Yeah, I think he needs to, once he learns to kind of like let his offensive guys be a little bit like flourish a little bit more, he's gonna be fine. He's not far. He's really close. But when Kirby got that job, it felt like somebody I knew just made it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're like, okay, he hit. Okay, I know that guy. I could go. That guy would recognize me if I came in and said, "Hey, what's going on, Kirby? Congratulations." So that's the first thing about me with Georgia. But secondly, because I respect Kirby so much, I won't do what I see my fan base do for my team. I'm not gonna disrespect Kirby by giving him an attaboy. This is a guy who was a stupid defensive play call away from winning a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll give you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were a bad play from beating Alabama in a national championship. That's deserving.
Right.
We were up against Alabama in the regular season, and then they whipped our ass
at halftime. We were up at halftime. That's the guy's point.
Not what that's not what I want us to. That's not. I'm not gonna text Kirby like, "Hey man, gave it the old college try. Hey, at least you were up at halftime.
You were up.
You were winning. You won 2 quarters. You want to win the fourth one. That's what matters. So I mean, but again, that's the reason why. Again, this is Petty Friday, so we can have real discussions and valid things with people. That's why you're who you are, and Kirby and everybody else are who they are. You look at things like, hey, I should be praised for being a loser, and people who are winners don't do that. They go out there and they try to win, and they only want attaboys for when they're winners, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with your place in life if you're accepting that. But don't expect this radio station to come in and say that, because we don't even say that about the teams we like.
What?
And I'm going to be honest with you. The day I really wake up and care that much about Georgia, it's if my son or somebody went there, and that's not going to happen for like 13 years. Well, not 13. I don't know how old my son is. This guy got some time. Bottom line.
Tell us what we're supposed to talk about Georgia. They're a 2-loss team.
They're
That
not
huge
playing in
game
the
against
playoffs.
Missouri coming up.
They're playing a trash
Massive
team. They're
game.
playing a terrible team.
Wow.
Unfortunately, his text didn't finish. I'm reading it now.
He
It cut
lost
off.
to Florida, man. That's actually, you know
I wanted
what?
to hear what he had to say about Notre Dame.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm disappointed in you because you had one job, and you put a 7th grade quarterback out there, and you had a quarterback who had was it a scarecrow that doesn't have a brain? Which one was it in the Wizard of Oz?
The Lion.
The Lion.
No,
that was a
Lion's
heart.
coward.
The Lion needed a heart. I think it's the scarecrow.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You put the scarecrow out there, and bless his heart, he's been through a lot. He's a good athlete, but probably shouldn't have put him in that position. And then you decided to play the guy who says in his first interview, "Ain't nothing wrong with me. I've been healthy the whole time.
I've been good. I've been waiting."
Auburn game.
Anything, we should be, because of the respect for Georgia, we haven't been anywhere near as critical for them having the most disappointing season that they've had in recent history. If anything, we should be more critical because when you really go word for word, bar for bar, line for line, you are paying more money for Mark Richt because that's exactly what the record states. Mark Richt would have probably been in the national championship game if he didn't get robbed in 2002 when they had to come up there when they had to beat the hell out of us because we didn't have a quarterback. That should have been the year Georgia should have been in the national championship.
There's not another show on this station that talks about Georgia as much as we do. That's the other thing. And also 386, I'm going to flex on you here. When I talk about Georgia, they text me. All right. That's my relationship with the coaches at Georgia 386. Try that on somebody else. Unreal. Just bopping along, having a good day.
You didn't think he had any good points?
Not a single one. Okay. Not one. Out of this 500-word essay,
it was
not one.
There was one, kind of a little bit.
Go ahead.
I mean, you ain't smirk. You had joy in your voice,
bro. There was nothing. There was nothing.
Your lips might have cracked just a little bit, like whoo.
We're just kidding.
The last person I need coming at Kyle Trask is that guy. Whoo, that's a breeze. No, I'm just joking. He did.
By the way,
did
somebody says Tin Man.
Oh,
Tin Man. So what did the straw? Okay,
the scarecrow.
Cowardly Lion, he needed the heart. The scarecrow needed something. What? I
don't know. The bulldog needs a trophy, though. Like, I mean, that's
he lacks. Yeah, the scarecrow lacks a brain and desires above all else to have one.
And the Tin Man needed some oil.
In reality, he's only 2 days old and merely naive. Yeah, the Tin Man needs some oil.
500-word essay, not 1 point. Not one. And only like one exclamation point. That's the only. He had no periods, no commas. Like everything, just.
Yeah, the Tin Man needed. Wait a minute, no, whatever, man.
Bump the Wizard of Oz.
Well, I was saying it because the guy from Georgia is the scarecrow. He needed brain.
Bless your heart, 386. I hope you have a bunch of ABC. I hope you're under the influence right now of more than ABC. Like some of that stuff that's legal up in Oregon now.
You know who I believe was under the influence of ABC today?
Who?
The people at Disney Plus, man. Did you see what I dropped in the chat?
Yeah.
Like Disney.
We'll get to that. We'll go back to the GM coach thing because we've already. Yeah.
You want to do the GM coach thing? Or you want to talk about this?
No, talk about this.
So but this is good for the people because they need to know they're working. They're still going to get every blood penny out of Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God!
Stephen A. Smith is under his contract to death. Has to work 21 hours a day,
7 days.
7 days a week. Like,
so ESPN Plus had like this humongous, or excuse me, Disney had this humongous thread of like things that are coming out on all their apps, ESPN Plus's app and Disney Plus's app and all this stuff. And one of them was a new exclusive show on ESPN Plus of Stephen A. Smith because you don't get enough of them.
And that's not what we're excited about. That's not what makes me excited because the last thing I really want any more of is Stephen A. Smith and his forgetful ass. because I know he doesn't watch any games. People just shove papers.
He doesn't have time, to
he
be
doesn't
fair.
have too many shows.
Right.
But one thing I've been thinking since I was a youth, because we're on radio, we're doing stuff during the day, and it's hard to really catch up. If only there was a show that can take a game that was like 3 hours,
right,
condense it into a minute,
right,
show me the highlights and show me the score,
right, and then talk
about it.
Wow.
It didn't just repeat over and over again. If only there was
something.
Like, that is $1 million concept. The problem is, and the reason why I say that they must have been smoking and forgot, that's how ESPN, the whole entire network started. It's SportsCenter. They didn't call it that. They just said ESPN Plus will be rolling out a brand new show that will show you.
It says, beginning in January, a new daily morning program that will recap the previous night's sports action and go deep on news, highlights, and topics. Trending topics. Exactly what
literally
SportsCenter is.
We're going to take what's it called? A hologram version of Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen.
That was
Rich Eisen's still alive.
Oh man, well, Stu, I'm just saying, like this makes no sense. Like, you already have this show,
but I get Disney Plus free, so I'll watch it.
To be fair, maybe they realize SportsCenter's jumped the shark so much they don't show highlights anymore. They're like, we're having a new show that is what SportsCenter used to be.
SportsCenter's not even watchable anymore.
So why don't you just make SportsCenter what SportsCenter used to be?
Is there anything good on ESPN anymore?
I enjoy Stephen A. sometimes.
Do you?
I can't. I mean, I don't take him seriously like that all the time, but I enjoy the banter.
What I think people, and I forgot. I think it was Rick was talking about this yesterday. I think we have to take away what these guys are. They're not journalists. They want to be journalists really, really bad. And I think that's really where they messed up.
Or Stephen A. at least used to be.
Well, yeah, Stephen A. I'll get there. There are some journalists, but for the most part, when you make it to you're making $1 million plus a year, you can't afford to be a journalist.
You're an opinionist.
You are a talking head, or you are an entertainer. So, like, when they pit Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith, it's speech and debate class when I was in high school. They're taking topics that they don't necessarily believe in, and I know they don't believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're taking a point and arguing against that, and that's what we're drawn to.
Yeah,
because people like arguments. But that does get boring. That does get dull. Like when they used to do Outside the Lines, that was journalism. Boring, but journalism. The sports reporters, boring.
Also boring.
Journalism. This is basically everything.
Actually,
on
I
Sunday.
Didn't mind that one.
The Sunday morning stuff.
That one was certainly better than Outside the Lines.
The one that's kind of like a mix of journalism and entertainment is not PTI. The one that comes on before Pardon the Interruption.
Around the Horn.
Around the Horn, because they actually do. All those people are writers, and they're just trying to give
an opinion show too.
Yeah, but they're trying to give you something that's a little bit. But
I haven't watched that in years.
But the thing
Didn't
is,
Max Kellerman used to host that?
Yes.
Yeah,
and then they got the guy who was Stats guy.
Stat Boy.
Then he's been the host. That's just. I mean, you got to watch ESPN or understand what it is. What it is. The beautiful thing about ESPN is that they do give us. I think they actually make other networks look better than what they are. We just don't like ESPN. So what Fox has, which is probably what Skip and Shannon do, is the exact same thing as Max and Stephen A. Smith. Is just we're so tired of them that we like that one better. And Shannon Sharp is a more likable person than Stephen A. Smith.
Max Kellerman.
How dare you? Do you really
like
believe
Shannon
that?
Sharp way more. I like
Shannon.
Shannon.
I am so annoyed by him.
I can see being annoyed. But
I don't hate Shannon,
when
but
Shannon brought
Steven's the best.
Hennessy in Backwoods,
I know, I get it, but
that made me
Steven's
kind of like, yo, Uncle Shannon's kind of cool.
Yeah, I get that. I don't hate Shannon Sharp.
Now,
I'm just saying Steven is the king of memes.
I personally hate Skip Bayless.
You know what?
It is not because of Skip Bayless's opinions.
I do too.
It's because of what Skip Bayless does to Jordans.
It
is criminal.
Well,
all those creases.
I want to circle back on Shannon Sharp, though. I don't.
It was his birthday today, too.
Shannon Sharp is one of those guys that, like, he
lost your tone out there.
He was good for like a year, and then it just got to be the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it got annoying.
I think.
By the way, how much money do y'all think Max Kellerman makes?
I'd have made five.
Whoa.
8.
No,
Whoa.
I'm gonna tell you. You know why I said that, JJ? One, good old misogyny is why I said that. Journalist babe who shut me up twice, Jacina,
Yeah.
makes 3 a year.
What?
Hmm?
What does she even do? He's shrugging his shoulders.
Put on makeup.
Yeah, well, she does
look
that
nice, and then
She
gets
does
all
like
the
hits on SportsCenter, but like she doesn't host a show or anything.
She gets all the information from the athletes.
She seems to.
Like,
I don't know how she got that set up.
Are you suggesting that she's underpaid?
Who, me?
No, I'm
Yeah.
suggesting that
No.
she's
Oh,
wildly
okay, that's where I
Not
thought
at
you
all.
were going.
No, I'm saying good. Max does more.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Yeah, he's
is,
on their number one rated
if
show.
she makes 3, I know Max makes more than
Oh,
that.
That
I follow
makes
you
sense.
now.
I
Okay,
get what you're saying.
okay.
You're just saying.
But even if they did the same thing, Max would make more just because I'm not getting it. Whatever. I don't
What's
care.
Steven at?
Steven's at 10 now, I thought.
I thought he's more than that.
He only makes $2 million more than Max.
He works so hard for that 10 mil.
Yeah, he does.
I thought he was more than that, actually.
Be honest, I don't know. I thought he just signed a new deal. I do know that. And that's the reason why they said, hey, you signed this new deal.
Like,
it's got to be frustrating to somebody like Stephen A. Smith. Now, he's not even in this guy's league. I mean, he's not, so don't misunderstand me. But it's got to be frustrating for a guy like Stephen A. Smith to work literally nonstop.
No, it's 10 years. His inline historic $10 million per year ESPN contract.
Okay, so he works nonstop and makes $10 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, did you see Howard Stern's new deal?
No.
I know he's got a 5-year extension. Right?
My man works 3 days a week.
Awesome.
30 weeks a year, 35 weeks a year, 120 mil a year.
That's the difference between having your own he is the network.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No, I'm
if
saying,
you're
like,
Stephen
yeah.
A. Smith.
But no, this not disrespect Howard Stern.
Oh no, he's
and what Howard Stern
Howard
has done.
Stern
Like,
basically reinvented radio.
Well,
Right.
and satellite. He
Yeah,
brought so many people over to whatever he's at, Sirius or whatever.
It's like, what is Joe Rogan's contract is stupid.
Yeah.
And that's a podcast.
Yeah.
For free. You don't even have to pay a subscription.
What comes down to is it's risk reward. And it's not no knock on Steven. Steven has done enough hard work, but there is a machine behind him. Howard Stern is the machine.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. Channels. Yeah, Joe Rogan is the machine. So I mean, those are
and Howard Stern has more talent in his pinky than all of us combined.
Like his interviews have been
wow. He's lost it though, man. He's so
not
lame
interview
now.
wise. His interviews are still amazing.
I mean,
I want a Howard Stern interview channel. Like I don't want to hear the rest of the show. I just want to hear the interview.
I just remember the movie in the early
Private
90s.
Parts.
Yeah, a whole different Howard Stern now. Yeah, completely different. All right, let's take a break, and then we will get to this general manager and coach unless we get another text that somehow tops that 386 text. We'll be right back.
Army tradition. Americana at its finest. Hear the Army-Navy game Saturday at 3. The Army-Navy game is brought to you by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters on 1010XL.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Bid finish event.
We're celebrating with employee pricing for all at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. You pay what our employees pay. Save up to $11,000 off a brand new Ram. And that's not all.
Get 0% financing.
Make no monthly payments for 90 days. Get more for your trade and save for the holiday. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
I-295 and Bay Meadows.
Hey guys, I want to take a break here because I'm so excited to talk to you all about this experience Eric Dunn and I are hosting this season called Jags at Home. This thing is for anyone that could use an extra $10,000. I mean, who couldn't? And the Jaguars are actually giving away $2,500 every quarter of every game to whoever predicts the outcome of the game most accurately. Will the Jaguars convert this third down? What will be the result of this red zone trip? If you think you know football and the Jaguars, why are you letting other people take this money that should be yours? It's not like if you top the leaderboard, you have a chance to win. If you top the leaderboard, you will win $2,500 every quarter, every game. Seriously. So when you're watching the game every week, visit jagsathome.com on a mobile device, tablet, or even a desktop. And come get this money. Even better, you get to hang out with me and Eric Dunn while we chat it up during breaks. Again, that's jagsathome.com. We'll see you there.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, forgetful,
Who put this banana in the toaster?
you did?
Cool. Okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter finds the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists.
And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, I'm Inc. Magazine bestselling author Brett Kitchen, and if you're over 55 with an IRA or 401k, I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because according to Time Magazine, Wall Street's 401ks have failed millions of Americans. After losing 35% in my IRA and the crash years ago, I said enough. And since then, I discovered a way to grow money potential double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free book and talk to a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose in the market crashes. Call 800-476-5151 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, when you call right now, you get free shipping and handling, no credit card required. And I'll send you a free copy of the audiobook so you can listen in your car. Call 800-476-5151. 1-800-476-5151. That's 1-800-476-5151.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 11th, 2018, Greg Popovich tallies career win number 1,211 against the Suns, pushing him past Pat Riley for fourth all-time.
Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent. With help from Family Support Services of North Florida, you provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
It is Friday. The weekend is here. For those of you that means something to. That's the one. I love my life. I love my gigs, like all that. But there is no weekend. Like that's the one and only downside to my chosen career path. But I'm certainly not griping about the fact that I talk on radio and train quarterbacks and get paid to do those things. So don't take that the wrong way. But for those of you that's in your weekend, congratulations. Hopefully you're chilling with something from ABC Fine Wine and Spirits and hopefully something from thehumidor.com. Hopefully you got a good cigar from thehumidor.com. Huge selection of cigars at thehumidor.com. Already low prices. But if you type in Sports Den when you check out, it's got to be all lowercase. It's got to be one word. Then you'll get 20% off. So when you go buy those Christmas gifts for the cigar lovers in your family, then go to thehumidor.com, type in Sports Den, all one word, all lowercase, and you will get 20% off of your entire order right there at thehumidor.com. We haven't talked a whole lot about the general manager search in Jacksonville, and there's one reason that I haven't. I don't know about anybody else, because I don't really know how a general manager search goes. Like, we're all familiar with coaching searches. Like, coaching searches happen all the time at every level, high school, college, pro. Like, in the click world, in the website world, coaching searches generate more clicks than just about anything. So we all are very familiar with coaching searches, but how do you really search for a general manager? Like, especially if you're the Jags, especially if you have an owner who's not overly involved, and that's putting it, I guess, lightly. But who searches for the general manager? I'm assuming that there's a search firm. I'm assuming that you hire consultants and you kind of tell them a general description of what it is that you want, and then they go and bring you a list of candidates that fit that description. That's my assumption. Because think about it, as Jag fans, do we want Shad and Tony? No. Like, is monster.com still a thing?
Indeed is like the new one.
We want them on Indeed posting for general managers? I mean, would they? I'm not trying to be funny, but would they know what to ask in the football world? I don't think they would. So I'm assuming that that's how it goes. So general manager candidates, we haven't on this show anyway. Maybe other shows. Have y'all talked about it a lot on the lunch bunch?
For a couple days right after he got laid off.
And it's like all the same, like people want Theo Reddick.
Joe C has a great theory that I kind of roll with, which is like, if I don't know the guy, I've never heard of him, I'm in. You know, like with these front office guys, I don't need him to be like Louis Riddick or like someone out there on TV, Mike Mayock type. I don't care about that. If I just hear like, yeah, he's been working in the Chiefs front office for 10 years or whatever, James Ralphenstein, I'll be like, cool.
Ralphenstein.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Ralphenstein.
Yeah, me too. Guy put together some good teams.
But so there was this thing that CBS Sports did that was talking about the general manager candidates, like drawing the most buzz. I should have known when it was Jason LaCanfora that what I was going to get, but it's like he literally just went and pulled every name out of football because there's like 50 of these dudes. But there's a couple of them. Like, do we want? I said on this show right when they fired Dave Caldwell, my thought was, like, if I'm Shad Khan and I've got all these billions of dollars, and this is my opportunity to flex, and I don't need to or have to go and get the second in demand guy, like, what's to stop me from going to the guy and just offering him a better job and more money? Like, I don't know enough about tampering rules with general managers and like all that kind of stuff. But essentially what CBS Sports did is they listed this in a couple different ways. Like, they listed first-time guys, meaning they're in the league now, but they're not general managers. And I'll be completely honest, like, I don't know any of these people.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, Morocco Brown sounds dope.
Whoa, that's not a real person.
It is. He is the director of player personnel for the Colts.
I'm in.
Morocco
Writing
Brown.
it down right now.
I mean, Alonzo Highsmith.
I know him.
Is on this list. He's the personnel executive.
He was supposed to be who Miami was going to hire as their Ed Reed position guy before they hired Ed Reed.
Right, yeah, he's the personnel executive with the Seahawks. The rest of these people, I literally, like, I could act like I know anything about these people, but I don't know anything at all. I'm just looking at the teams. Like, do you want the VP of personnel from the Colts? Like, they've done a good job building that team, right? I mean, for the most part.
Absolutely.
Assistant GM for the Bills.
Oh.
I mean, he's done a good job.
Billy Bean or whatever his name is. Brian Bean. Or that's probably their GM.
Yeah, no, this is Joe Schoen. or Dan Morgan. Can't be the same Dan Morgan.
From the U.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Director of Player Personnel for the Bills. Nick Casero, who is the Director of Player Personnel for the Patriots. Like, okay, I can get with anybody from the Saints or the Chiefs or the Seahawks, the Vikings.
It is the same Dan Morgan, by the way.
It is. I don't want anybody from the Cowboys. Like Will McClay, VP Player Personnel for the Cowboys. Nah. I sure as hell don't want anybody from the Lions. Jimmy Ray, Senior Personnel Executive from the Lions. No.
That's a good name.
I don't need to know anything else about Jimmy, though. And then he goes down and he goes previous GMs now out of the NFL. And there's names on this one that like you start to know, like Rick Smith from the Texans, used to be the Texans, Scott Pioli. We've all heard of Scott Pioli. Jeff Ireland, Thomas Dimitroff, which was Dave Caldwell's boss with the Falcons, Ray Farmer, Martin Mayhew, Reggie McKenzie. There's one on this that we mentioned on the SportsDen a couple weeks ago that people need to keep an eye on, and that's John Dorsey. John Dorsey was the former general manager for the Browns and then the Chiefs. John Dorsey was the architect behind what the Chiefs now have. John Dorsey parted ways with the Chiefs because the Chiefs said he was difficult to deal with. He wasn't very friendly, I guess. The rumor is if John Dorsey gets a job, he comes with a coach. He comes with Eric Bieniemy. So if you want that combo, then maybe you go that route. I'm going to go with what everybody's saying about Eric Bieniemy. Like, I've heard both ways that he doesn't call plays. James said the other day he does. I don't know. I have no idea. But I know he's been a hot name for a couple of years now. So if you feel like that's the route you want to go, then John Dorsey should begin. When do they hire a GM? That's the other thing. Like, you don't have to wait till the end of the season, do you?
Well, you would if he's on another team, but not if it's John Dorsey.
So if they're the assistant, the director of player personnel for somebody, you have to wait, you think?
Yes, definitely. I think, okay, so this is what I saw. You're allowed to interview them. And with all this COVID stuff, it has to be only through video,
like Zoom,
until that other team's season is officially over, and then they can meet in person.
And then he goes non-traditional general managers. I don't know any of these people. Well, I know two. Jim Nagy, who is the executive director of the Senior Bowl. I want to circle back on him in a second. And Louis Riddick, broadcaster. Is he with ESPN?
Know him. Yeah, he's Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Jim Nagy would be an interesting one.
Sounds too much like Matt Nagy for me. I'm out.
Here's the thing, though, about him. He takes his Senior Bowl gig that he has really seriously. I've talked to him a couple of times. That man has watched so much film on every college football player that it's unbelievable. He can tell you there's a guy, this is a true story. There's a guy named Brian Stump who works for Elite 11. Brian Stump lives in California. We do this to him all the time. When we go to a camp, I'll say to Brian, I'll quiz him. Hey, Brian, who is the quarterback at Bartram Trail High School? Dude, he can tell you. And you can sit there and ask this guy about quarterbacks in various high schools throughout the country. And this guy is so dialed into his job that he can tell you who the quarterback is, if he's any good, kind of where he stands with everything. It's impressive. Jim Nagy is that to the college game.
18-year scout.
Like, you can ask him who is the right tackle at Austin Peay. And he'll tell you not just who it is, but his measurables, his draft grade, like everything about the guy. So if you want a pure scout type of guy, I could see that. I could definitely see that with Jim Nagy. I don't know enough about like Louis Riddick as like his, like what's his professional resume? I'm assuming he was a scout for a long time.
So he was a pro scout with the Redskins.
Washington football team.
Well, they were the other
Right.
team back then. And pro scout with the Eagles, assistant director of pro personnel with the Eagles, and director of pro personnel.
Well, he's done a lot then. Because
yeah,
I mean,
he's been in the NFL as like a scout guy
Well, he
from
played.
2000 to 2013. He played from 91 to 2001.
He played until 2001.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, actually, no, that was with the Orlando Rage. I apologize. 91 to 98. Who are the Rage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, XFL.
Yeah, so I don't know enough about these guys. So even like reading all that kind of stuff, we could literally go down that whole list that CBS Sports gave us. And even if we sat there and said, okay, here's his professional resume, none of us really know what. I mean, all we're doing is looking at the teams they've been associated with.
What was the energy like when they hired Dave? Was it just like, okay, here's a guy that we don't really know? Cool. Or was it like, nice?
No, it was more about them getting rid of the previous guy.
Which is what it is now.
Right. Like the previous guy was so stinking bad. Gene Smith, is that who it was?
Yeah.
He
liked
was
all the small
so
school
bad.
guys.
Yeah, so bad that I think everybody was just so happy that they got rid of Gene Smith. It wasn't really about Dave Caldwell. But when they hired Dave Caldwell, they had already hired was it Malarkey? Was he the coach? The guy that stayed 1 year. Yeah. So where Jacksonville got excited is Gus Bradley came in and won the press conference. Like Gus Bradley was such the rah-rah guy that he came in and had such a great press conference that's when everybody got excited until shortly thereafter when we all realized that this may be the worst coach that's ever existed. Until the guy in Cleveland that only won like 3 games and kept his job for 3 or 4 years. But yeah, so I mean, my only point with all that is I can sit here and I can name this whole list of there's seriously probably 30 potential general managers. None of us know a thing about any of them except for the teams that they were affiliated with and whether or not those teams were any good. Like I can sit here and tell you, John Dorsey, I don't have to deal with John Dorsey. He may be the biggest butt in the history of the world. I don't have to deal with him. All I know is he put together a Chiefs team that's dang near unbeatable. Hire him. Like that's as far as I need to go. The rest of these guys, like I said, if you hire somebody from the Lions, you're an idiot. If you hire somebody from the Cowboys, you're an idiot. Like, why would you do that? What have they done? If you hire somebody from the Seahawks, okay. I can even get with the Colts because, I mean, they have done a really good job of constructing a team. So give me the guy that has been around, that has a network of scouts, a network of college coaches that he's got a relationship with that he can consult. And I'm good. I don't need to know anything else about the guy. Now, the coach is a completely different thing. I think the coach is where we can all spend time and actually talk somewhat intelligently about what we would like out of a coach. Can we go ahead and hit that, or should we go ahead and break and then do it after 8 o'clock?
We could break.
Because we're right on time, actually. We're killing it tonight. Let's do that. Let's break. Let's get to 8 o'clock, and then let's come back and talk about the coaching candidates for your hometown Jacksonville Jaguars, assuming that Doug Marrone isn't here when the season's over. We'll get to all that coming up next.
After you've had a day to digest Sunday's games, get an extra helping with Post Game Monday.
Well, I'm hungry. How about you?
Expert analysis of Sunday's game all day. Brought to you by Dandy Foods, home of the Monster Turkey Wedge. So good it's scary on 1010XL.
Baloo here for NASCAR. Just go to NASCARs.com for a new or pre-owned golf cart. They have a mobile service. Come by, give you a brand new battery. You can upgrade your ride. They're open and available with a 24-hour service. Customize your cart. Favorite team, Jags, Gators, Knowles. Family owned. Visit NASCARs.com. and allow our design team to build your dream kart. Visit NASCARts.com for new or used golf cart repair and replacements. NASCARTS.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Mark Brunell here. I don't need protection on the field anymore, but my house, that's another matter. That's why I called Armor Guard Exteriors, your home for Gutter Helmet. Gutter Helmet installs gutter protection, 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, and with Armor Guard, you can protect your home with hurricane protection, impact windows, retractable awnings, and screen. So protect your home today. To learn more about how Armor Guard Exteriors can help protect your home, go to agenf.com. Click on promo code 8 for special discounts.
Contractors, need concrete demoed and hauled off? Get that concrete the plunk out of there. Call Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. We want to recycle that clean concrete and have a storage yard to take it on. Need a pump truck or concrete can? We rent them. Now hiring equipment operators and construction superintendents. Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo, 924-0006. Or online at CustomConcreteJacks.com. That's CustomConcreteJacks.com. Get that concrete the plunk out of there.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Advance is helping you get your engine ready for the road this holiday season with the right oil, the right filter, at the right price every day. Get 5 quarts of full synthetic Mobil 1, Valvoline, Castrol Edge, or Pennzoil Platinum with the Mobil 1 oil filter for just $33.99. Plus, this holiday season, get a $25 NBA Store gift card and 2 times Speed Perks points instantly with the purchase of 5 quarts of Mobil 1. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Jaguars fans, let's tackle social injustice together with Selfies for Change. Visit TIAABank.com/selfies for change to take a virtual selfie with a Jaguars player and unlock a $5 donation to the Jaguars Foundation to help fight social injustice. Share your photo on Instagram or Twitter using #SelfiesForChange so more fans can be part of the movement. Join us today at TIAABank.com/selfies for change. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This holiday season, Family Support Services of North Florida invites corporations, small businesses, and you to be an angel to more than 1,900 children currently in foster care in Duval and Nassau counties. Visit beanangeljacks.org and let us know how many Christmas lists you'd like to sponsor for our children in care. You'll then receive their Christmas wishes, shop for the items requested, and deliver the gifts to our Be an Angel warehouse so our kids in care can experience a little Christmas cheer. Visit beanangeljacks.org.
The flagship station of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Oh man, I gotta get my mind back right. You know what that's a sign of? lack of concentration, dehydration. You can get hydrated better if you're drinking alkaline water, and the best alkaline water that you can drink is Alkavita alkaline water. That's ALKAVITA.life is the website that you go to where you can figure out where around the city of Jacksonville you can purchase it. You can also order it and go to their pickup spots or have it delivered to you. Or if you're listening outside of the Jacksonville area, they will deliver it to you in those cities as well. Through the good old postal service. This Alkavita alkaline water is great. It's hydrating. It's the best stuff that you can put in your system, especially during this holiday season when you're going to need flushes or the beginning of the year where you're going to have all these different cleanses. Alkaline water is the best stuff to put inside of your body. That's Alkavita alkaline water. Stay hydrated.
8 o'clock. Do you guys have anything?
I do.
Oh, I love when JJ has 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Snitches.
Yeah. Ooh.
What exactly are we talking about? What kind of snitch? Because there's different kinds.
There is, but I'm not sure who this is. But Lil Wayne pleaded guilty today to a charge of having a firearm by a convicted felon when his private plane was landed in Florida on its way to California, and someone snitched, which led an anonymous tip, as they call it, which led police officers to have a warrant, go onto the plane, found a .45 caliber gold-plated Remington 1911 handgun with personal use amounts of cocaine, ecstasy, and oxy. But just mind your own business, people.
Now I'm with you on that kind of snitch.
Like, he's on his own plane, flying across the country. First of all, he's a millionaire. He should be able to protect himself. There's nothing. The founders of this nation didn't say, "Hey, you're only allowed to have a gun unless you committed this law that I think is a felony 10 years ago. Then you can never have one." It's like, no, it's not really. I'm sure it's drugs. But I mean, come on, mind your business, people. Yeah, he went to Rikers for like 8 months in early 2000, mid 2000s.
Yeah, I'm with you on that snitch.
Not cool.
That's an all-out
not cool,
vengeful snitch
Oh,
in your
didn't
circle.
tip me enough on the plane, or I don't know. Yeah, maybe one of your buddies.
Oh, that's completely in your circle. Knows how much, because unless he was on the plane, showing all that stuff off, how does it?
It wasn't. He was just in his bag.
So I'm saying, it's somebody that's close to him or was.
He does owe a former manager $20 million. So
$20 million?
Yeah.
Is he one of these guys that are broke or no?
For unpaid commissions, whatever that means. No, I don't think he's broke.
No, he's not broke. And he just sold his masters for $100 million, but I think that has to do with this. Basically the rights to make money off of his music.
Like his catalog?
Yeah,
his catalog.
Isn't that worth of $150 million?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. He has money that he didn't get from Birdman, but he I agree with you for the most part. One, when you make that kind of money, you don't need to be the shooter.
You should have a guy with a gun who's allowed to have a gun.
Yeah, that's really the main thing.
But if I want to carry around my gold-plated 45,
which is kind of cool. But when I look at, I went and looked up arrested incarcerations by Lil Wayne.
A long list.
It's not even necessarily a long list. It's actually relatively tame, considering. But it's a lot of the same stupid things.
Yes. So he's
July 22nd, 2007, NYP in New York City. Very stringent gun law. If you live there, hire a shooter. Don't hold the gun. Discovered smoking marijuana.
Always.
They took it to his custody. Discovered a 40 cal pistol near him. Registered to his manager, but in his bag. So he was charged with criminal possession of a weapon and marijuana. Not too long after, he got possession of a controlled substance. Not too long after, he got hit with 3.7 ounces of marijuana, which sounds it's not that bad. 29 grams, basically an ounce of coke.
Oh, that's a lot.
1.4 ounces of ecstasy, and then here's the kicker, which should not matter: the $22,000 of cash. He is a multimillionaire. $22,000 in cash could be, but
it sounds like his plane flights are lit.
The one thing that people need to know, especially one thing I learned as a young man in the neighborhood that had a lot of pharmaceutical sales, is that if you get jammed up with money by police, say goodbye to that money.
Yes.
Because that money, you can get in trouble for just having that. Even if it was by legal means, because they're going to automatically think you got that by selling.
By selling the stuff that you also got jammed up with.
Right. So it's just not too long after that. He went to basically that's when he went and got the 1 year sentence to Rikers and all that other stuff, blah blah blah. So my thing is, you've gotten in trouble enough, jammed up enough for the gun thing, and you're a public figure, and probably they are picking on you. I'm gonna level with you. I'm just not gonna be the one holding the gun.
So maybe now he's just getting jammed up for being stupid.
Right.
At this point.
Well, he's been stupid, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, but I'm just saying, like, yo.
I agree with you. That's like, Chris Carter's old saying, you got to have a fall guy.
If I've got a private jet, though, I don't really want a bunch of people flying on it with me.
Yeah, but one other guy?
Yeah. Maybe he can meet me
So
there.
hold your 45?
Like, when I'm in the air, I have nobody that I should fear on my private jet.
Yeah, you got an issue if you fear somebody.
When I land,
I already have enough fear of being in the plane.
In the plane already. When I land, I have enough money to make sure
the guy's there
that
waiting.
people are there to make sure that nobody I fear
solid point.
meets me there. If I have all of those things, I probably should just fly commercial, because at least I know when I go to the airport
next to you on a commercial flight.
Right. Which is, dude, like the thing, the funny thing is it happens more than what people think. Like, you'll see celebrities in first class.
Yeah.
A few times I've seen them, like, I'm in first class, I'm a schmuck. And then this person is in like the next, like the business class, but you're looking at them like, excuse me, ma'am. Please close that.
Close the window.
Close that.
The
Close
blind.
that. Slick Rick's back there. He's looking at me very weird.
He hasn't made a hit in
Slick Rick
25 years.
He might rob me. You know how those
check his
rappers
bag?
are.
Doesn't he have an eye patch too?
Yeah.
Like, I can't trust somebody like that. Or no,
By the way, the best money you can spend is the upgrade. I know people say that it's silly and it's a waste of money, but
no, it's not.
It is the best money.
Slick Rick does have an eye patch.
Like,
how much is an upgrade?
It depends. Like, I won't do it if it's crazy.
Give me a range.
But when I went to Vegas, the upgrade was like $80.
That's
like
it?
between 50 but per flight.
Yeah.
So it's not just like the whole flight, but like I would go when my mom would book flights like a couple times. I'm like, man, I got a couple dollars in my pocket. The last thing I'm finna do is be crump. Denny brought up the best point to me, and once Denny brought this up to me, it changed my entire life. Because one, I didn't make the plane flight arrangements, and I love traveling with my friends, but the problem with traveling with friends is that everybody feels you have to do everything together in the same way. So we all decided that we were going to fly, and we flew Frontier.
Been there.
This is my first time flying Frontier. I assumed Frontier was like every other adult airline.
No.
That
absolutely not.
So I go there.
There's no seats on Frontier for our listeners who've never been on. You sit in the hall.
So JJ, I go to the gate. I go to the front. I said, "Hey, I would like to request. Do you have any upgraded ways that I can upgrade my seats?" The lady was rude. Basically, the lady sounded like this. The lady sounded like,
yeah, go over there to Delta.
She was like, so I'm sitting there like, that's weird. Interesting. Then I get in there and I'm sitting and I feel like I'm sitting on, the only way I could describe it is an ironing board. Like, just imagine an ironing board folded up so like your back is straight up.
You're on a Peloton seat.
Basically, yeah. So and then I'm like, okay, well, I know that this is pre-COVID. Well, pre-COVID, they're gonna give us snacks. Like, this is a 5-hour flight or whatever it was.
Damn.
I know for a fact
you didn't get one snack.
We're gonna give. Hold on, I know they're going. This is one of those. They're gonna feed you meal. Like, this is the plane
full actual meal.
So the last time I've been on a flight this long, like you get a meal. I'm like, oh man, I haven't ate an airplane meal. I wonder if they're still bad, or if it's good, if it's gotten any better.
The unidentifiable veggie.
They give us a little cardboard cutout of a menu, charging us.
Yep.
They charge. They had charcuterie. They had all kinds of stuff. But you have to pay for it. There aren't any, like.
I don't even think you can get a soda for free on.
There's
Frontier.
nothing for free.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse, you can't pay with a credit card because they don't have a credit card machine because they don't have Wi-Fi on the plane. I did an entire flight on an ironing board with no seatbelts, with no Wi-Fi and no movie. I'm just staring at a seat.
No book.
I didn't bring a book because I brought my phone, and I'm thinking I could go do stuff on my phone, and I'm going to be fine. Thinking it's like a normal flight. So, and then did he go to Vegas? That's when I got into my shoes. But we were already in the shoes.
Right.
But I went and bought, I think I spent $1,300 in shoes when I was there. Not just like one, like it was a couple high-end pairs of shoes that I could probably sell now for the money that I spent on them. And he was like, dude, like your priorities are messed up. You're complaining about a flight.
Well, that was the issue, the complaining.
Yeah, the complaint about a flight where you could have just like spent that. You spent more than that.
He came back so mad about the flight. I'm like, bro, you really are going to sit here and complain about taking Spirit or Frontier Airlines?
I was about to say, I bet it was cheap.
I don't even remember. It was probably like,
and it was in Vegas. Like Southwest has a direct flight to
right.
Vegas
And I
now.
was mad. And you know what? Frontier has a direct flight to Vegas from here too. But we drove to Orlando. That's what made it worse.
Oh my God!
So I drove to Orlando thinking it's gonna because people think Orlando flights are cheaper, and it is in theory. But when you add gas and you add parking and the time, you might as well just fly out of here.
The trip down's not bad. It's when you land
Coming back,
come back.
So
you just want to be home.
Yes.
Well, now I have American. I have a deal with American, and I get mad when it's not first class. It's only happened like once, but like I make sure I won't even book. I could book a flight to when they don't got nothing to come out tonight. But like if I wanted to fly first thing in the morning, I could book something right now. And if it doesn't have any first class available seats, I won't go.
I love that.
Yeah, no,
I am spoiled.
I envy you.
I'm with you. It's the best money you can spend on an upgrade. I've never bought a first class ticket outright.
And they treat you
It's
so
always
much
been an upgrade.
better, man. So much better.
Just the seats, they're just wider.
Yeah, because you're not like a peon. You're not the
Delta
riffraff.
first class.
The help
is way better than everybody else's first class.
Which one?
When I went to Atlanta,
Delta.
I flew Delta first class, and I'm a relatively large man. Leon's bigger than me. Leon would have been swimming in this. This seat was designed for a 6'8", 500-pound man.
Oh, lineman.
Like I was in that thing like, ooh, they have TVs. They have the biscottis that are delicious.
The only way y'all will ever know if I get filthy stinking rich
is if I get a private plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if I do like a timeshare on a plane or something like that. I don't have any other desire in my life to live like if I won the lottery tomorrow's $100 million, there's really nothing else I would do differently than what I do now except for that.
I wouldn't drive
I
anymore.
call BS.
I wouldn't drive.
100 mil, you'd have like a massive home. You'd be in a whole new wardrobe.
No,
I don't think
more
he'd be in a new wardrobe.
free Colts warm-up gear.
I believe 6 points.
You'd be in a robe right now.
He'd probably renovate 6 points a little bit
Yeah,
to
a
where,
little bit.
like, you know, the stuff is a little bit more snazzy and bougie.
Right, yep.
Prices might go
you
up a
still
little
think
bit.
he would keep his job at the gym?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something that he likes. See, the thing is that what people don't get about it, he didn't have to do that now. He probably could make more money. Relative, like let us say more money. It's the hardest part about like right now. What I had to deal with, I tell people, I'll be transparent. I'm still dealing with BS from the gym. I had to talk with my lawyer about some things that are going on. That's the beautiful thing about this last year, which is going to happen, COVID or no COVID, is that the money that I used to dish out to people, I don't have to dish out anymore. I did not know what to do with this new money that I didn't have to put toward a hemorrhaging company when we were bad. So it was like a smile on my face, and it was just like, cool. It was at one point I looked at my account, and I'm like, is this wrong? Now, but it helps you have more fun. So like, I could go do my Army camps, knowing that all that money's coming to me. I could go train 5 kids.
Oh, that's
know that it's all coming to me, and it's not coming to somebody who just decided that, hey, if I show up for an hour and read this sheet of paper that this guy wrote, he's going to get paid.
I could put out, seriously, JJ, I could put out a tweet today saying, I'm going to train 15 kids for $2,000 a month, and I'd have them in half an hour.
But
and
it is also
wouldn't have the expenses, but it's not.
There's a
nearly as much
fun in having the facilities and
and
doing
employees
all
and all that.
I'll probably go back into that in like 2-3 years, but right now, living my best life. But it's also like, but when you have the money, the point of all of it is when you actually know you have the FU money, the real fallback money, the stuff that you could do will probably enhance. I would not necessarily have a whole new wardrobe. I would wear a lot of Nike Tech gear.
What is that?
It's a more expensive version of sweatpants. I would have suits. I would have some really good suits. Like, but
your
I
watch
already
game would come back.
my watch
Nike
game.
Tech looks
My
like
watch
the
game
future.
would go from Invicta to Patek, or some
What would
other
you
stuff.
do, JJ? Like you're saying the
I would
massive-
never work again.
Really?
You would never.
You
see
could
me.
sit at home
You
all
wouldn't
day,
even
every
know.
day.
You wouldn't even know that I won the lottery. Straight up.
That's
'Cause
why
I would never talk to you
change.
again.
That's
Not
why I
because
would
I hate you or
Damn,
anything,
it's
but
like that?
yes, I would literally move. I would keep a bunch of stuff in my apartment. I would bounce. I would tell my
He said he
family.
would never talk to us
I
again.
mean, I probably would.
No, I get what you're saying.
But you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be
I wouldn't even be.
hey,
mad
let's
at you.
meet up for drinks one last time. It'd be like, hey guys, I just won $100 million.
Did y'all
Lol.
hear that JJ quit with double birds walking out to the parking
He
lot?
told everybody exactly how.
And
he
I
felt
would.
about him.
He told them what they could do with their mask.
I would.
including the nice lady that's never said anything. He cussed everybody out.
The sales lady too.
He cussed out
She's
Father
so
Nicholas Lowe.
sweet.
Father Nicholas Lowe was just up here chilling. He didn't even have anything to do. He just
He
said,
made a detour to Mad Dad.
Yeah,
Why did he say that to Frank Underwood?
Yeah,
Frank Underwood.
Isn't that the
That's the guy from
This is Frank Underwood.
the Underwood jeweler.
I thought
Yeah.
Frank Underwood was
Frank
the dude
Underwood
from...
is the dude from the political movie. But who is the Underwood jewelers guy? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I
Frank
know
Underwood is from he got
House
canceled.
of Cards.
House of Cards. Yeah. Yeah.
Clayton, I've heard you talk
Clayton.
about
Clayton.
Clayton.
There we go.
Clayton.
You just played a voice that we haven't heard in
Yeah.
forever. Where is Uncle Dave?
He's been doing things at home.
won the
because of
lottery.
COVID.
He won the lottery. That's how
Yeah.
that's how you win the lottery, Uncle Dave.
Hey, let's take a break. When we come back, let's get to the coaching candidates for the Jags. And then let's also get to some of the text line. There's some good stuff on the text line. We'll do that coming up next.
Number 9, Miami hosts 20th ranked North Carolina. 1010XL College Football Saturday, presented by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group. Starts at 3:30 on 92.5 FM.
You're ready to get back into yoga, so you order the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you use your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member, which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones.
Welcome. Take a deep breath. Breathe.
Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
Hey guys, this is Ashlyn Sullivan, and I want to take a break here because I'm so excited to talk to you all about this experience Eric Dunn and I are hosting this season called Jags at Home. The Jaguars are actually giving away $2,500 every quarter of every game to whoever predicts the outcome of the game most accurately. That's $10,000 every single game. If you think you know football and the Jaguars, join us for every home and away game at jagsathome.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers. They take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
Hey, this is Sonny's BBQ Pitmaster Shannon Snell here with another Pitmaster Pro Tip, pulling the skin. When preparing a slab of ribs, there's a sheet-like membrane on the back. Remove it before grilling or smoking. Your ribs will be much more tender when they're finished cooking. If you're looking for more tips like this, go to the Sonny's Facebook page. If you don't feel like cooking ribs, come into the Sonny's BBQ and let us do the work for you. Available for dine-in or takeout. Sonny's BBQ.
Here's an unexpected holiday surprise. A flash sale on all earrings at Diamonds Direct. This weekend, 25% off. This is something we never do, but we made a last-minute decision. All earrings marked down an incredible 25%. Diamond studs, diamond hoops, colored gemstone earrings, all included. It is one truly epic earring event. What woman doesn't love a nice pair of diamond stud earrings for Christmas? Make it happen this weekend and save an unprecedented 25%. Special financing available too. Friday through Sunday only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
AEW Dynamite returns to Daly's Place December 16th. Text AEW to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win tickets, or purchase at AEWTix.com.
There's always a good reason to compare homeowners' insurance rates. You may be paying too much. Protect your home with a Southern Oak insurance policy today.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Youth sports are getting back into full swing, so you know what that means. Custom Yetis so dads can keep their beer or sodas cold. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Safe Harbor Seafood and Market is one of the largest sources of fresh, local seafood in the Southeast. This holiday season, when the family wants fresh seafood, head to Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant, located in Old Mayport, or the all-new location in Crescent Beach. Award-winning seafood with a view. Gift cards are available to ensure you give the freshest gift this holiday season. Family-owned and operated for generations. Safe Harbor Seafood and Market, online at safeharbor-seafood.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Which one would you pick? Arby's or Hardee's?
Hardee's. Wait, what meal? Breakfast? Breakfast definitely. I don't even know if Hardee's serves
I don't get like breakfast is enough for me.
Hardee's is amazing for breakfast.
So I had to go. I went and got stretched the other day, and there's a I went 30 minutes before. I thought it was at 9. It was at 9:30. So there was I was hungry. So there's a Hardee's and there's Starbucks was too far. So I was like, let me go here. We had a prime rib breakfast.
Oh no, Hardee's breakfast is amazing.
Like it was
Their
like
biscuits are good.
And it was big. It was a lot.
Yeah. See, I don't have the disdain for Arby's that you have. There has been times. I'll tell you what I like from Arby's. Their jalapeno poppers.
Right, you've talked about that.
Are amazing.
And I can see that. And that's a novelty snack.
That roast beef is delicious.
It is. It's
like,
not
when's
bad.
the last time? Like, who wakes up and says, man, I gotta get me one of these roast beef sandwiches, man.
Well, it's not for breakfast.
I'm just saying, like, you're at work. Everybody's about to get lunch.
Lunchtime,
Hey,
like-
what do you want? Hey, let's go to Outback. Let's go to Carrabba's. No, I ain't got that much money. Wendy's is right here. I'm gonna go to Dollar Menu. Kids want a Happy Meal. Give me a roast beef sandwich.
I'll say this.
I have
Arby's
gone.
fries
Oh no,
are amazing.
you think so?
Yes.
I'll give this. I like
They
the
have
little
great fries.
potato thing.
Yeah,
Potato
and they're
that
like
look
kinda
like
curled
no,
waffle.
no, it looks like the
Or the
hash
toast.
brown.
Yeah.
It looks like a hash brown.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh.
But I like hash brown, so it really probably has nothing to do with Arby's.
I've never woken up craving Arby's, but there's been times that I've been hungry that I've went. You know
And it
what?
was there.
I don't want a burger. I'll run through Arby's.
It just
A little
feels like
healthier.
it should be healthier because it's sliced
Yeah.
meat, but
Probably
it's not.
not.
And they're too excited when I come. The few times. 'cause-
Here's a person.
Yeah, it's like
Wake up.
It's three cars, 2 are workers and 1 is mine in the
Yes.
drive-through, and it's just nobody's ever there. I think, but Hardee's was like it gave me enough rudeness, like a traditional fast food restaurant, mixed with
Which I love.
I need that, mixed with some deliciousness. And I don't know. I was just looking at
Pops does Hardee's like daily for breakfast. He loves the I think steak biscuit. Assuming that Doug Marrone is gone, I'm I mean, I think we can all make that assumption. The current openings in the NFL right now are the Lions, the Falcons, the Texans.
We could put the Jets in there.
According to SI.com, projected additional openings are the Chargers, the Jets, the Jags, and the Bears. And they've got wild card openings. So possibly Eagles and the Bucks. Really? Then they've got all these candidates mentioned. I think the first thing you have to ask, like, do you want to go the way that success is kind of going lately? Like, we made fun of Sean McVay because he was so young when he was hired. And the dude at, what's the dude's name at Arizona? Kingsbury, because he hadn't done anything at the college level. But those guys have all put good products on the field. Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, the guy in Cleveland. Like, all those guys have put really good products on the field. Yeah. Kevin Stefanski?
Yeah.
Like, is that the route that you want to go, or do you want to go like Joe Brady? Joe Brady is 31 years old. Yep. Joe Brady fits the mold of what we just described with all these other guys.
You know what you have to be when you're that young, and he's getting the experiences. Obviously, they're respecting him somewhat. But man, when you're that young, man, it just like you got players who are older than you, and that's the hard part. Like, that's what makes what
McVay
Tomlinson. I said that right?
Yeah,
my man up in Pittsburgh, because he got the job.
Tomlin.
He was like Tomlin. That's
Tomlin. Yeah,
he was like 32 when he got the job.
Yeah, so was McVay.
Yeah, so it's like, well, yeah, McVay is. A couple of people have been hired young. So like Lane Kiffin had been hired young and fired young.
Yeah, it's happened a lot like that.
The Broncos, the guy who's back, he's the Patriots OC now.
Oh, McDaniel.
Josh McDaniels was hired young, and he was I think it only works with offensive guys outside of Tomlin, who I believe was a defensive guy. But typically that's where it comes. But it's just this.
Well, Raheem Morris was only 32.
Yeah,
that only lasted 2 years.
Yeah, like it's just a lot that.
Well, here's the names they mention on SI.com. They class this thing out. Names you've heard all season: Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Okay. Now, if you want the look, that dude's got the look. He just looks like a football coach.
He'll beat your ass.
Brian, is it Daboll? The offensive coordinator.
Right?
For the Bills, former Alabama guy. Eric Bieniemy. And then it goes, if you're looking for youth, and it's got Joe Brady, Brandon Staley, who's the defense coordinator for the Rams, Mike McDaniel, who's a run game coordinator for the 49ers, Patrick Graham, who's defense coordinator for the Giants, Mike LaFleur, who is Matt LaFleur's younger brother, only 33, passing game coordinator for the 49ers, Arthur Smith, who's the offense coordinator for the Titans, who's 38. And then they go, if you're looking for experience, they've got Leslie Frazier, Todd Bowles, Jim Caldwell, Steve Spagnuolo, Raheem Morris, Dennis Allen, Marvin Lewis, Jim Harbaugh, guys like that. Which way do you think, like, which way would you prefer to go?
I think I would prefer to go. There's 3 guys on that experience list that I wouldn't mind.
Who?
I wouldn't mind Marvin.
Really?
I wouldn't mind
Wouldn't
Caldwell.
you want to start over though, like fresh?
Yes and no, because
you got a new rookie quarterback.
Here's the reason why I kind of don't want to start over. I'm gonna tell you why.
Caldwell did go to the playoffs all the time.
Caldwell he's like the Detroit wasn't really good before him. It hasn't been any good after him.
Caldwell's not who I was thinking. Lewis went to the playoffs all the time.
Jim Caldwell took Detroit Lions to the playoffs too, though.
Didn't win a playoff game.
Neither
did Marvin Lewis.
I would love going. Marvin won one, I thought, toward the end. But bottom line is, I'm looking at these guys as builders. I'm being really serious and strategic with this. This is a 10-year plan to get the Jacksonville Jaguars into something consistent.
Exactly.
10? Okay, maybe
5.
Okay, 5 years. Here, okay, fine. Bear with me.
Marvin Lewis 0-7 in the playoffs.
Marvin, Jim can get you the guys in to build you the foundation, to fire them, to hire the
I like
coach.
that.
Because if Joe comes in,
the guy before this,
like this, there's so much disarray with this organization. And the reason why I like Jim Caldwell, the reason why I like Harbaugh, the reason why I like Marvin is just remember what the organizations were when they went into it that they got fired from.
I'd rather Harbaugh than those, just because Harbaugh gives you the same thing, but he's actually had playoff success.
Fair. And that's not the only thing is I don't know what he is without Roman. I know he's weird. He's very weird.
So weird.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's the only reason. Now, Joe Brady, sexy. Eric Bieniemy would love Eric Bieniemy, but we talked about that the other day. That would break my heart if he comes here and the Jaguars jag. Because I'm like, man, he deserves it, but he doesn't deserve that. Like, he doesn't.
I think if you this whole list.
Don't give me Raheem though. I don't know. Raheem Morris looks like.
When's the last time he even coached?
Looks too much like if you come up in these stands, you're gonna catch his hands. And I don't need that.
I think if you just judging off this list, Joe Brady would be number 1 for me because just for one simple reason. They have the number 2 pick, possibly the number 1 is going to be a quarterback. Joe Brady has proven that dude can coach up some quarterbacks. I don't know what else he can do, but he can do that. And we're starving for quarterback play here. So Joe Brady and Eric Bieniemy would be like 1A, 1B. You can put them in either one for me. I'm actually really intrigued by Robert Saleh too. Like everybody you talk to talks about this guy and how he's going to be, the next Mike Tomlin type of guy. I don't know how old he is, and he's a defensive guy. But if he were to come and bring the right OC, I'm good with that. I really don't want to retread. And I'm normally that guy that does say that, like take the least amount of risk you can, go get somebody who's done it before. I want that in the general manager, but I don't want that in the head coach. If you told me today that they're going to get whatever GM we talked about last time, I don't even know who they are really, so it doesn't matter, and he was going to bring Joe Brady, I'm cool. If you told me today that we were going to get the old dude from Kansas City and he was bringing Eric Bieniemy, cool. Good either way. Mm-hmm. But I don't really want Harbaugh, Caldwell. I definitely don't want Marvin Lewis. And there's nothing against Marvin Lewis. I just 0-7? In 7 times you couldn't win one playoff game? And there was at least 2 of them that I can think of off the top of my head that they had won. One of them was the Vontaze Burfict deal. 0-7's tough, bro. 7 trips, you should at least win 1. And he had a good quarterback in some of those. A really good quarterback in some of those. So sign me up for Brady. Sign me up for Eric Bieniemy. Do you have one, JJ, out of that name, or do you have a different name?
No, I like a young guy. I like a fresh face. Gonna have a brand new quarterback, gonna have Justin Fields to mold. And it doesn't matter age anymore. I think that's an older thing.
There's 2 college guys they mentioned in this. I'll say no to either one of these.
Manny Diaz.
No.
Dan Mullen.
No, neither one of those actually. Pat Fitzgerald, Northwestern.
Okay. That's silly sauce.
And Matt Campbell.
People love him.
I think if Matt was going to go anywhere, that would be.
They say Matt Campbell is similar to Rule.
Yeah, that's why I can see that. And Rule kind of working.
Is Carolina that good this year? Because we're talking about Brady and Rule, and what's Carolina's record?
They've had
their record's not good.
I think they're giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're playing a lot better.
I know McCaffrey's been out basically the whole year, right?
Yeah.
That stinks.
They were like 0-3 with him to start the year.
I'm trying to look. Oh yeah, they're 4-8. Yeah.
But what do you expect? This team with Teddy Bridgewater to just his first year make it the playoffs? I didn't expect much. They were supposed to be preseason one of the worst teams in the NFL. They were supposed to be where the Jags are at. That's definitely not happened. They've been a lot more competitive than that.
Yeah. Let me go through some of the texts here. 864. Would Dan Mullen take an NFL job?
Hope so.
I don't think anytime soon. I don't think this year. But I think eventually. Why wouldn't you? 716. I want Justin Fields and Greg Roman. I am a hard pass on Greg Roman.
Is that a head coach or OC?
He wants him as a head coach.
No.
When I say hard pass, hell no.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather keep Doug Marrone. than Greg Roman. Let's see.
Well, let's not act crazy.
Did Jim Harbaugh?
If you say that loud enough, Sean might be like, okay, well, maybe we'll keep him around.
Well, my problem with Greg
Did he
Roman
have something going on here?
My problem with Greg Roman is you look at the success that he's had. He had it with Colin Kaepernick, and he had it with Lamar Jackson. So, and if you take those two guys out of the equation, go look at him then. And so you have to have an inaccurate passer that can run really well for him to have success, and I'll pass on that.
Maybe we should draft that kid from Georgia then.
You know who nobody's talking about is the other dude from Georgia, the guy that opted out, Jamie Newman.
Oh,
for somebody that everybody said was going to be a top 10 pick, boy, y'all sure forgot about him.
From a Heisman.
Man, that was one of the funniest things of the year, hearing everybody, oh, this guy's unbelievable. Man, none of y'all saw him.
He was literally top 10 in Heisman odds.
It's so funny. So funny. 718, hey guys, listen to every show, but because of work hours, don't get to catch y'all until the podcast. Is there any chance y'all can talk about the fact that the Browns are good and not a soul misses OBJ? It's like they don't even need him. I forgot he even existed.
And the guys they traded him for are playing really well in New York right now.
I mean, Baker, they go as Baker goes right now. Baker's played really well the last couple weeks since the Jag game. 553, Denny, big fan of the show. When your quarterbacks look at schools, how big of a factor is the quarterback coach, the guy that's going to be coaching them up, or is that overrated at that age? Because I have no idea who that guy is at Alabama. That's actually a really good question. I mean, it's a factor, but I would think that the defensive line coach to a defensive lineman is more of a factor than the quarterback coach to a quarterback. I think it's more the OC, more of the system than it is the quarterback coaches come and go. So I don't think it's a huge factor. I mean, go look at the majority. I know, I'm just thinking through our guys, the same quarterback coach that was there when Mac Wynn is not there now. Same with Carson.
You know who officially is the quarterback coach right now on their website?
Is it Sarkisian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 386 text again.
It used to be Dan Enos, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who, by the way, is coaching at undefeated Cincinnati.
That's his speed.
What's he coaching?
Yeah, exactly. Quarterbacks, I think.
He was a quarterbacks coach. He just wasn't the OC. That's just what people needed to understand.
386 says, Denny, I'm sorry I misspoke about you being happy that he got hurt.
Misspoke. He's the associate head coach and running backs coach at the University of Cincinnati.
Okay, good for him.
That means they don't want him touching quarterbacks.
Yeah, we saw what you did.
My dog Fickle said, nah, bro. No, man.
You sit up there.
Yeah, you just sit in the corner. We're going to give you the most useless position on the football team, running backs coach.
386 says, Denny, I'm sorry I misspoke about you being happy that he got hurt. All I said or meant to say was I could hear the joy in your voice that he was not playing because you do know how good he is. That being said, I love your show. I'm a huge Georgia Bulldog fan, and I would appreciate it if you would just mention the Georgia-Missouri game, and if we beat them really, really badly, what kind of bowl would we be in?
The same bowl you would be in if they somehow upset you. You're a draw. You will be in a big-time bowl. Matter of fact, by the time that he didn't at all. His apology was worse. Denny, I'm sorry for misquoting you. I misspoke. What I meant to say was you had joy in your heart because you knew he wasn't playing.
But I could hear it.
He's like, I know you were giggling inside like a little schoolgirl. Not that he got in a car accident because you're not that bad of a person, but you were happy that he wasn't influencing
we didn't have to
the
face
game.
him. Yeah.
That you didn't have to face him. And you said if he never plays another game, you will be perfectly okay with that. That's what I meant to say, Denny.
I want the Jags to draft the dude. The dude is legit. Somebody asked, are there agents for general managers like players have? Yes. Yes, there are. Trying to go through some more of these, but
Dave Caldwell's agent deserves more than 10%.
If he was paying him 10%, he was getting hosed.
I think they got more of like a. I don't think it's the same as like.
They probably have like an agency.
Yeah, more like, all right, I'm put my name out there in the hat, shot me one-time deal.
258, I'm glad you asked this. 258 says, my favorite show. Says, but do you guys think Baselli could be a general manager? I love Tony. Hell no.
Yeah, what are you guys?
At Arby's?
You don't know how emotional that man is?
Baselli, general manager of what? Like, it was like...
Tony Baselli is the most emotional dude I've ever met in my life.
You talking about football?
I guess.
Man knows it. He knows his football.
Just because someone used to play for a team or program or whatever doesn't mean that they're just automatically going to be good at head coach or whatever, front office. Like, why do we do that as fans? We're just like, hey, this guy used to play for us. He's going to be great.
It just feels right.
I guess.
We got to take a break. Before 415 wants to know, you think we can get a bag of chips and a Slim Jim in a trade for Taven? And? No, it's one or the other. Bag or Slim Jim.
That's what we have to end on is these damn players and their demands. That should have been my 8 o'clock. I apologize.
It's a good tease.
But there's a guy who's worth less than that.
Okay. We'll do that coming up next.
I'm Hayes Carlyon. Get news, rumors, and my opinions on your favorite team as they roll through the regular season. Find my blog at 1010xl.com. Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Big Finish event.
We're celebrating with employee pricing for all at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. You pay what our employees pay. Save up to $11,000 off a brand new Ram. And that's not all. Get 0% financing. Make no monthly payments for 90 days. Get more for your trade and save for the holiday. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram I-295 and Bay Meadows.
The Florida Theater is back and rocking with 38 Special. Hit after hit after hit. 38 Special. December 10th at Florida Theater. 50% capacity. Seats are limited, so get them fast. 38 Special. Tickets on sale now. Call the box office or at floridatheater.com.
Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent. With help from Family Support Services of North Florida, you provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
Heating and air conditioning problems come at you pretty fast. And earlier this year, I had to replace the system at my house. Hick in here, we chose Bueller Air Conditioning and a Carrier Infinity Comfort System. Put it simply, we have been thoroughly impressed. Call now and schedule your free estimate for Bueller Air Conditioning for a new Carrier Home Comfort System. Carrier turns to the experts. You'll always stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Dave Benyon here with Zero Res. My favorite part of the holidays is being with the people I love the most. Do you have someone special coming to visit you this holiday season? Do you want everything to look and feel just perfect? We at Zero Res would love to come help you do just that. We can clean your carpets, area rugs, tile and grout, sofas and chairs, and even clean and seal your granite countertops. Our schedule's filling up fast, so call us today. Right now, get your carpets cleaned for only $43 per room. And be sure to ask about the deal on tile and grout. Zero Res, spelled forward and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
It gets hot for playmakers and newsmakers on the Roof It Right Hot Seat. Roof It Right Hot Seat on 1010XL. Listen to Mike and Tony every day for the latest scoops from Jacksonville and beyond. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
When it comes to settling personal injury claims, there's no substitute for hard work. At Harrell & Harrell, we've recovered over $1 billion for our clients through our commitment to hard work. 904-251-1111.
Offices, Jacksonville.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, pay off your tease here. What was the tease?
Damn, Dwayne.
D-Wayne?
D-Wayne, Wayne, Little Wayne. I don't like what he did was you got to understand what you are. I want to be paid what I'm worth.
Okay.
What my man say? Pack of Slim Jims, some baked Lay's potato chips, and a coupon.
Oh, he didn't say baked Lay's.
For
That's
Arby's.
way too much for Taven. Baked Lay's are legit.
Yeah, I like baked Lay's.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, fine, make your money. You ain't got to make that statement, dude. Like, I want you to get paid, but let's not act like you're unique and unique. Like, we can get you anywhere.
He's probably the best player on the defense this year.
He's got 2 sacks, right?
Exactly.
In his career, or was it just this year?
He's got more than that this year, doesn't he?
He didn't have a lot. Really? I don't think he has a lot of sacks, bro.
It seems like
I don't think we have a lot of sacks.
outside of Miles Jack, name somebody better than him this year.
I was gonna roll with Devon.
That's not right. That's not even fair.
Okay, so Devon
he's got 4.5. He got 4.5 sacks this
year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the second best player on this defense right now, and he's only 25.
He's on pace to have the best year
of his career.
Yeah, his best year was last year.
6 sacks.
What do the Jags have sacks as a team?
4.5.
I mean, it's not. Are we in double digits even?
Got to be, right?
I have no idea.
I guess it's tough because, like, he can look at the team and be like, the 2 best players that y'all brought in to replace me, I got way more sacks than them.
15 sacks.
Look at them.
Wow. Every time this song comes on, I just want to shut up and listen.
You want to know what the opponents have? Jaguars' combined opponents?
What?
I'm going to guess against them 32.
Think about that's a lot, but think about David Carr's rookie year. He was sacked 72 times.
It's child abuse.
All right, we got to go. We'll be back on Sunday post game for the Jags, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Sunday. You can catch us right here on 92.5 FM. Till then, you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you then.